I mean, I've been called dumb once or twice in my life. Unique New York. Unique New York.
At least one of us dressed up for this occasion.
Well, I knew we were on TV, so I thought I'd bring Seinfeld to the show.
So you thought since we're on TV, like you're just gonna represent old TV?
I'm Jerry Seinfeld. welcome. All right. So Bill Gates wakes up in the morning and found that his Mexican housekeepers were gone. He asked his wife Melinda where they went. She replies, Steve Jobs showed up earlier, offered them the same work at his mansion for double their previous wage. Bill becomes furious. Fucking Jobs coming here and taking our immigrants. Here we go, folks. We're off on Two Dumb Idiots. If I had a
breaking news, folks.
There you go. Little rim
Steve
shot.
Jobs.
I just love that joke. Fucking immigrants taking our jobs.
Look at this guy.
Taking our immigrants.
Look at this guy, this Kinzo guy in here.
Hey, Kinzo, welcome in. Actually get to see a show live. Welcome in to everybody. Jason Kinzo's a rock star, one of our best followers. Guys, welcome to the show. I'm Nick.
I'm Kevin.
Allegedly. We're the Two Dumb Idiots.
Allegedly.
Also allegedly. Welcome to the show, guys. We've got a really great show for you guys today. And by that, I mean no politics, nothing serious, just actual junk from start to finish, just the way you guys like it.
Just what you signed up for.
That's right.
Nothing but junk.
That's right. You're an idiot. All right, guys, let's start off the show as we do. You got any shout-outs today?
I'm going to shout out my boy Jarrett. Gave us a nice little subscription.
Whoa, there we go. Shout out for subscriptions. So Jarrett, appreciate that. Last show gave us a nice little subscription. Keep the show going. Every penny counts. It keeps our Taco Bell kind of nutrition going. Our ramen noodle diet going here. Anyway, welcome to the show, guys. If you've never seen it before, we're going to stay as little politics as we can. We're going to inundate you guys with all sorts of great junky stories that you missed. And we're going to have some fun banter along the way. Feel free to comment, poke, jab, and do what you can in the comments there. Have some fun with us. Oh, man. I'm so glad Jason's here, man. The chat's already bumping.
I know. Oh, boy.
No, he's a beast.
All right. So we're going to start it off in the positive realm.
That's what we do here. We'd like to start off the show positive.
So we got your boy. Michael Bloomberg.
Not my boy. But he's our boy today.
Yeah, today he is. Yeah, so if you do good things, we'll shout you out. If you don't, we'll also shout you out.
Then you are immediately next show not our boy.
Yeah, I know. We don't care. But him and some folks got together, and they raised $16 million for charity to pay off fines for convicted felons so that they are able to vote in the upcoming election in the state of Florida. So they ended up paying off the fines for 32,000 people.
Wow. What'd you say was an average of
$500? Average of $500 was keeping these folks.
That's cool.
Men and women.
I will say
an equal opportunity felon.
Whether you're on the fence either way, one way or the other. We looked it up, and it's like you could get a felony for public intoxication. That doesn't mean you should be able to ever vote again. And we've also talked about in the show that kind of hideous cycle of you get in trouble, you get a massive fine, you can't pay the fine, so then they give you a fine 6 times that, and then what?
Then you go to jail.
And you go back to jail. So,
good job.
So nice job, Bloomberg, helping the people out vote. I think everybody should have the right to vote unless you're locked up for killing a bunch of people. You should have the right to vote. So I think that's really cool. Another good story. Like I said, we do my boy, Gavin Newsom, Mr. Californian. He actually announced today that by 2035, they will not allow new gas cars in California.
To be sold, yes.
To be sold, correct. So if you have a car, you got your beater Civic from 08, and it's
keep it. It's cherry, bro.
it's you're grandfathered in. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, I think that's kind of cool. 2035. It seems like it's 50,000 years away, but I guarantee it'll get here sooner than ever. And I mean, honestly, that's 15 years to quite literally get everybody in a massive state to start driving hybrid / electric cars.
Yeah, exactly. That is a thing. Hybrids are excluded from this, even though they do use gasoline. All gasoline.
Okay.
So it's like only gasoline.
So cars that run on pure gasoline are no longer to be sold. New brand new cars
diesel too.
And diesel by 2035. I think this is necessary. Let's not get on this too much because we like to talk junk and poop jokes and stuff. But I mean, as far as this goes, I firmly believe until you actually slap a date, a deadline, people just don't listen.
We'll get to it.
That's just how people are. I wanted to move to California years and years and years ago. Me and my buddy, for years, were talking about it. Finally, we just said February 21st, we're rolling. He was like, why that date? I don't know. And guess what? February 21st, we were on the road. So I think unless you stick a date to it, you're not going to do it. Any problem with this whatsoever?
I feel like 15 years is plenty of time, plenty of leeway.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, they have the ability to...
So you can just go outside of California to buy a gas car? You know, Derek, that's a really good question.
And it does say you're still going to be able to buy them on the used car market. And
right.
So they're not saying you can't. The goal is, though, just to incentivize these companies to go to the electric vehicle.
Right.
Like, California is a huge car market.
Yeah. So... again,
these car companies have been kind of dragging their feet, like, oh, we got this. We sell 7 of these, electric, horse carriages over here. We got electric cars or whatever. No, like they want like a lot of them.
I like it because, like I said, you have to set a deadline. Otherwise, people aren't going to do anything about it. I think it's the first curve, so to speak. I think it's the first kind of, hey, let's start this, and then obviously probably they'll make new, mandates saying, hey, 2040, you can't have this. 2045, you can't have this. But again, if you don't start now, you're never going to start. And I live in California, and I'm sure some of our viewers do. It's been a lot better recently because people don't drive. Actually, it's been really the sky's been really beautiful recently. But we do see a little bit of the smog. We do. I mean, it feels like a forest fire breaks out every 4 hours. So anything that we can do, I think is great. But anyway, we want to start positive. That's what we do. Let's get into some actual junk. That's what we really do well. We just like to start you guys with some positive news because we do really feel like some of the good stuff gets missed most days.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat was making me laugh. So collaborations, Lamb. Get me started here.
All right. So you all heard about the Travis Scott thing.
McDonald's.
Kind of a big deal. Came out. Like, people seem to like it.
Yeah.
They were actually like running out of the ingredients in some of the places and stuff like that. They were selling so many of them.
Which just makes me laugh because
I don't think there was really anything special where they had the barbecue sauce. I don't really know.
They got like a zillion packets of barbecue sauce.
I'm not sure.
I feel like that's a marketing gimmick.
We're almost out of them. Get here fast.
Isn't it like a cheeseburger with barbecue sauce? How could you run out of any of that?
Well, we can't open the packets fast enough.
It reminds me of when, real quick tangent, my roommate Malcolm used to work at Verizon. He said every time they brought out a new iPhone, they were instructed by the managers to create a line at the door and say, like, hey, if you're here for the new iPhone, you got to wait at the door until we call you in. And he said even if there was nobody in the store, they would create a line all the way into
do it at the clubs in Vegas all the time.
Right, just to make it seem like, look how awesome. Everybody's just waiting throughout the mall,
Yeah, you drive by and you're like, oh, man, there's like 50 people in line.
Right.
And then you get in that line, you go inside, and there's like 25 people inside. You're like, what the hell is going on?
So, yeah, maybe they aren't running out of ingredients. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. But there was a collaboration that I saw that maybe you missed.
All right, I missed
because it's happening up north in Canada.
Yeah, I definitely missed it.
Right here.
People still live there.
People still live in Canada?
That's weird.
Huh.
That's crazy.
You don't say.
And when you could live in the United States, weird. No, go ahead.
Boom, right here. Taco Bell.
Heard of it.
Pairing up with Cheesy Chalupa Estates to create the jalapeno noir wine that pairs well with this beautiful cheesy gordita.
Nice, beautiful.
Available in very select markets in Toronto only currently.
Do you know if Cheesy Chalupa Estates puts out any other famous wines that you're aware of?
Not that I know of. I do think they have like a quesadilla Sauvignon Blanc.
Beautiful. You said this is actually sold out?
Oh, yes. Apparently, first off, it sold out in 11 minutes.
Yeah.
It was
What?
11 minutes.
Did they have 11 bottles?
Well, they had 33 cases, and I think there's only like 12 bottles in a case. So
Okay.
it's not that crazy. It's
Okay,
like,
yeah.
okay, we sold like 350 bottles of wine or something like in
Our
11
second
minutes.
gimmick
Yeah,
of the show.
no,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
not really but I did love the idea that Taco Bell's pairing with a wine. And it was only $19 for the bottle.
That's not bad.
Like for 19, that's a great price point. That makes me willing to like.
Derek,
I don't even like wine, and I'd try it.
Derek says now he has a reason to go to Canada. That makes me laugh. It's such an American phrase. Now I have a reason.
Your dad's signing him up.
Your dad signed up too. I will say this. I think Taco Bell is in like you wouldn't say like McDonald's has like a cult or a niche following, so to speak, right? Like there's no like McDonald's. There's like the one guy that ate a Big Mac for like his entire life, right? Taco Bell people are hardcore Taco Bell.
They got rid of that Mexican pizza recently. People lost their mind.
My Facebook was blown up for 5 days by people bitching about like some potato.
No cheesy potatoes anymore.
Right, like
I didn't even know that people were eating the cheesy potatoes.
I didn't know people ate them so much that they were even upset that they were taking menu items off. Right, so the fact that Taco Bell's audience is so strong, I do believe that if they actually had this more than 33 cases, I believe it would sell out anyway.
I think it was just a marketing ploy, get the word out, and then they're like, yeah, now we can do a real run.
I will say this though, it's just me being me. I don't like when you spice up my drink. Okay, so like if I go somewhere and they're like, we're gonna make you a mojito and we're gonna slam a bunch of jalapenos.
Now,
in it.
yeah, I wonder if
Now
there's
I'm
actual
annoyed.
jalapeno in it, or if that's just their like ploy.
Maybe if it
Yeah,
has any
like it's a
spice
play
level-
on Pinot Noir, jalapeno noir.
Chad, do you guys want a wine to be spicy? I don't want my wine to be like. Do you like a liquor cocktail that's spicy?
The only one I've ever had that like I kind of liked was like a margarita with like a spicy rim.
What about a Bloody Mary?
I'm not a big tomato person,
Okay.
so like I could see where that would be like.
That might be my one exception. I think I
Yeah.
could have a Bloody Mary that's spicy. I like Bloody Marys. I think I could have a Bloody Mary that's really spicy. A wine? I don't know if I'm gonna drink this.
Yeah, I'd prefer like the food be spicy and the wine not be.
Yeah. So I agree. All right. So this got your brain thinking.
Yeah.
now.
So my thinking about all these crazy collaborations that are out there, maybe we'll play a little game.
Let's play a little game here. I like games, and we like to get you guys some fun games. So what's the game today?
Real or fake?
Oh, I do like a little bit of real or fake. Let's start that off.
Is it real?
Is it fake? That's I haven't put that button in a long time. I'd hit it again.
Is it real?
Is it fake? That's funny. All right.
All right.
Sorry. We're way off topic. All right. What do you got,
But
man?
before we do that,
Before we got that.
one thing I wanted to mention, it just makes me laugh because Taco Bell's willing to try anything.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the movie Demolition Man? Sylvester Stallone,
Vaguely,
and,
very vaguely.
Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
So it's set in the future in the time, and they go out to dinner to the fanciest restaurant in town, and it's Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Because apparently Taco Bell was the only restaurant to survive the fast food wars, is what they say in the movie.
Oh.
And so every restaurant becomes a Taco Bell.
I mean, look, I told you they have a cult following.
Yeah.
People are never gonna give up on Taco Bell.
So anytime I see stuff like this, I just think of that.
The
same
chat,
thing.
the chat's kind of on board. They're not really with the spicy wine. My man Jason said he likes to throw a serrano pepper in his margarita. I do have questions about that.
All right. So most of mine are food related,
Okay.
but there are the occasional.
And what is this list again?
So these are, some of them are real and some are fake.
Collaboration.
Companies that may or may not have worked together.
I'm really excited for this. As you guys know in the show, we really don't BS you guys. If we tell you that I have not seen this, I really have not seen this. So me and Lamb talk about it a lot. The surprise is way better for the show.
So I'm going to start with a softball, just kind of get the idea rolling.
Okay.
Taco Bell and Doritos.
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously,
So
is
that's
that-
real. And they did a, what is that?
Still do.
Still do. What's the Dorito? I don't even
Dorito
know.
Locos Tacos.
Dorito Locos. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but that was initially just like a one-off that they tried for like a short time, and people lost their minds to the point where like now it's a menu item.
Maybe I'm in the minority. It didn't blow me away at all. I thought it was very vanilla, but that's just
I know. It's not, and the shells just don't hold up.
I would
Like they're just like they
Yeah.
become soft immediately.
right, and then I can't even taste the Dorito.
Yeah.
I would rather you put like
Doritos in that.
no, maybe or Doritos in just like a burger because I like a crunchy sandwich.
What
man.
if they made like Dorito strips and put it on like a salad?
I think they've done that.
Like a-
oh, that's true.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
tortilla
not,
strips.
yeah, it's but
Do you
Dorito
like,
strips.
Do you like chips on a sandwich?
Depends on the sandwich.
Okay.
I like chips on a sandwich that is generally like doesn't have any other consistency change.
Okay.
Like it's like white bread with like turkey and mayonnaise and cheese or something like that, and you're just like, one of those like.
Should be a yes or no, but very specific.
But I'm just saying, like, if it's got like crispy bacon and lettuce and stuff on it, then it's less needed.
Chat, what do you think? Do you guys ever crumble up some
But yeah.
crackers, put them on some? I don't know why.
I love Doritos on like a turkey sandwich,
It's
like
considered
spicy.
like almost like I don't even know what the word was. It's considered like lowbrow to do that, and you literally never see any restaurant do it. You'll never see the restaurant be like, "Hey, this is our really nice ham and cheese croissant, and we've smashed a bunch of Doritos on there." Like that's never happened. But if I saw it on the menu, I'd be like, "I appreciate
house-made potato chips on your turkey and cheese sandwich, eh?
Yeah,
I'm interested.
I appreciate the ballsy attitude."
Is it served while I just got out of the pool?
Does it come with a Mountain Dew, perhaps? All right. Anyway, give me a real one.
All
here.
right. Well, I'm not going to give you a real one.
Maybe
it's a fake one.
Give me a real tough one.
All right. Krispy Kreme and Shake Shack made a Krispy Kreme donut bun for the Shake Shack burger.
Whoa. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say before I say real or fake. There is a real trend where people just take two foods that are really good and mash them together, and it doesn't always mean it's gonna. Like I've seen people like, yo, they take two donuts and they put a burger. I'm like, yeah, I like donuts and I like cheeseburgers, but I'm in the mood for those at very separate times. So I'm gonna say this is real though. I think Chat, what do you think? Real or fake? We got the donuts. You said donut buns.
Copyright.
Oh, I gave you a copyright.
That's fine. You should because it's fake.
It's fake. All right. You get a horn, and I get a fart. Sorry, brother. So what do they do? They really? You just made that up.
There is a like a donut like burger,
Yeah.
but not Krispy Kreme and Shake Shack.
Not Krispy Kreme and Shake Shack. You like Krispy Kreme donuts? They're kind of like 5th on my list, to be honest with you.
It's weird, like a hot and ready. Like you pop it in your mouth and you eat it.
Cool.
You're like, oh.
But like actual good donut shops, I think blow them out of the water, right? Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
But like if I need to eat a dozen donuts, I want to be Krispy Kreme.
That is a weird set of circumstances. I don't really like Krispy Kreme. Now, if I was going to eat a dozen straight, then I'd be...
I'm saying they basically are air.
Go ahead, give me another one.
All right. Adidas and Arizona Iced Tea.
It seems like they have no correlation whatsoever, which seems to be that would be fake. But I'm gonna guess real Adidas and Arizona Iced Tea. I'm trying to think what you would even do with both of those. Man, I don't. Okay, am I crazy? Has Arizona Iced Tea gotten worse, or just I remember? Do I like it just because it used to be just like straight high fructose corn syrup, and now I don't like it?
I only like the regular, like the standard Arizona Iced Tea. None of the flavors.
Okay, well I like a lot of the flavors, but I don't like any of like the sweet like strawberry yada yadas or anything, the grape crap. But like the actual iced teas I used to like, and now every time I grab them, it feels like I quite literally feel like I'm drinking syrup. And I don't know if they changed the recipe, if they went like super cheap.
Maybe. They probably switched from sugar to corn syrup to keep that 99
cents, right? But then they kind of threw me out. I used to really like them. Am I crazy? Does anybody still drink Arizona iced tea? Oh, what do you got?
Boys in it. Derek's in it.
They're too sweet for me now, and used to love it. Okay, so right, so something happened. Like I used to love the iced teas, and now every time I pick them up, I'm like, what is this? It literally, it's like I said, it feels like somebody melted a soda in my damn can. All right, now I'm gonna go real on this one. Adidas,
it is real.
Adidas and
think those the green tea cans that have like the Japanese cherry blossoms.
Yes.
That on Adidas sneakers.
That's really racist, Japanese.
Yeah, I know it's really racist to use the actual term for the actual tree. Yeah, that's weird.
Get out. So they did what with it?
So you could get Adidas sneakers with that. Like the design that's on those cans.
Oh, see, I was going the totally opposite
Yeah.
direction, right? Your brain just goes the other direction. That's really
Shoe
cool.
flavored iced tea.
Straight up, that's exactly what. Yeah, I mean, like, I was like, what are you just gonna like slap an Adidas sign on the side of a can? That's really cool. I would totally rock that.
Yeah, they were pretty nice. Actually, I saw the picture.
I like that. I would rock anything really Arizona iced tea.
All right. Let's see.
What do you got?
Domino's and Vienna sausage stuffed crust.
Domino's and Vienna sausage stuffed. Now, okay, I'm gonna tangent again. I love cheese and crust, right? That's cool. Anything else, I'm out because the pizza is already good enough. I don't need. I'm worried if you start jamming a bunch of shit into the crust, now you have somehow become complacent with the rest of the pizza, and now the rest of the pizza is gonna be some kind of frozen pile of junk. I'm gonna say fake. Is Vienna sausage even a brand? I don't even know if it's a brand.
Yes, it is fake and it is a brand.
Okay, all right.
But this is the idea is based on a Pizza Hut actually had like mini hot dog pigs in a blanket crust for their pizza for a brief time. It wasn't Vienna sausages though.
But that's a good idea. I don't know why.
So you were supposed to it was like two things. So you would pull like the pigs in a blanket off, eat those, and then you had pizza also.
See, I'm a fat kid. If I'm getting pizza, and you know this, like if y'all don't know this, I talk about this all the time. I have a level 10 out of 10 cheat day. Like if I do when I eat pretty healthy all week, but when Saturday comes, I am just determined to ruin my teeth and my stomach. So we go pretty hard on cheat day here. All right, anyway, go ahead. Move.
Auntie Anne's and Eggos pretzel waffles.
Wow. I'm going to assume you made it up, and I'm going to give you a copyright already, but I don't really know that's true. Auntie Anne's and waffles.
And
Man,
Eggos.
that sounds so good. Here again, though, we have started to lose the essence of breakfast in that somewhere along the line.
They don't have to be breakfast. It's just the company.
It literally probably says on the box, right? Like breakfast.
Or it
waffles.
says like pretzel, like toaster pretzels.
My only point is that there is a lot of breakfast items you can buy in the frozen section, which have no business being your first meal of the day.
No.
Toaster strudels is at the very top of the list, bro.
It's this pack of icing. Pour it on yourself.
Look, do I think toaster strudels are amazing? Obviously, everybody does. Nobody's ever had a toaster strudel and be like, send it back. Everybody's like, this is delicious. We're like, wow, I really do. I think I like breakfast. No, you like dessert, and you just ate it at 8 a.m. That's why you like it. All right. Man, this is really getting me hungry. I do want a toaster strudel. All right, Annie Ann's with Lego waffles. I'm going to say you made it up, and it sounds delicious.
I did make it up.
Nice. I'll give you a horn for that one because it sounds fire. So.
I know. Well, I was thinking toaster pretzels. Like, if
Yeah.
like you drop it in, like a frozen pretzel, you drop it in the toaster, and boom.
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah.
Now, if you could make it somehow like...
Cheese stuff?
I was going the other direction. I was going to be the most Los Angeles thing I said all day. I was going to say, like, you could make it like whole wheat.
maybe put like an avocado, like smashed avocado on it.
No, you're taking it too far. But yes, right. Then I would be on board. Like, hey, let me quickly throw into a toaster a healthy pretzel. I'd be super down. All right, give me another one. What do you got?
Ferrari and Nike.
All right, guys. Ferrari and Nike. I need help on this one. Did Ferrari and Nike ever work together? Just do it. But I don't have the money to even buy a Ferrari. Just do it.
Buy a Ferrari keychain then.
I'm gonna say real on that one. I'm not really even sure why, and I really can't think of how they would do it. The only thing I could think of was maybe like you just said, maybe like Ferrari sneakers, or maybe like a Nike decal on a Ferrari, I mean, that's really all I got. I think if it really is real, I'm questioning it anyway, because it can't be the same clientele, right? Like the people buying Nike can't be the same people buying Ferraris. Anyway, go ahead. Real or fake? What do you got?
It is real.
Wow.
They had Nike Jordan 14s,
Nike Jordan 14s.
Yeah,
And they were
or Ferrari Jordan 14s rather.
Oh wait.
Ferrari style Jordan 14s, and are considered by most people to be the ugliest Jordans ever made.
Oh, do we have it pulled up?
I'll pull up a picture.
Let's pull that up real quick. I will say this while you're pulling stuff up. I spoke to a buddy of mine not too long ago, my boy Rob, if he's in the chat. He was telling me that he bought a pair of Jordans not too long ago. Oh, my God. He bought a pair of Jordans not too long ago, and apparently they were so rare that when Jordans released them, apparently they told everybody like 2 months ahead of time they were going to release them. They had a very limited amount. He said he bought them, and the second he bought them, I think he spent like $400, and he said within like an hour, people were sending a message trying to get him for like $700. It's like I don't know, man. I love shoes, but I never
$1,200 for these right now.
1,200. All right, so somebody lied. They are not ugly at all. Who said they were ugly? The yellow one is god awful. That red sneaker is fresh, and I would wear that.
And that's
everywhere.
a little Ferrari with a Jumpman in it.
Here's what I'm saying. I don't think there are any Ferrari drivers besides.
Maybe that's what they wanted. They're like actual drivers, like in the Formula One to wear.
Maybe. I mean, that's.
I know they
super
wear
slick.
like basically like slippers.
They better be fast. Those shoes. They better not weigh like a ton. Yeah, they're just heavy ass shoes. All right, moving on.
Long John Silver's and Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes coated popcorn shrimp.
Okay, so I do know that because I love watching Chopped and all sorts of dumb cooking shows, even though I'm not really that great of a cook, they do like to break up cornflakes and use them as breading. So I think that's probably real, and I bet it's probably pretty good. I also know anytime a company is lazy and wants to make money, they take whatever their leftover garbage is, and then they try and pawn it off on somebody else. Oreo's been doing.
You think like dust, like Frosted Flake dust is like yo, how can we sell this?
Oreo's been doing that shit for years.
Yeah,
They're like,
cookie crumbles, bro.
You want the rest of our cookie crumbles? We'll pay us for it. You're like, wait a minute, you guys are gonna throw it out anyway. It's like, no, dude, those are
people want them.
People want them. I mean, that's just how it works, man. I even know like almonds are that way. I told you. I mean, like you get like a really fresh almond, it's really expensive. It's beautiful looking. They like grade 1 almonds. Now if it's like slightly cracked, it's like, dude, you can't even get half price for that. It's like, what? It's still an almond. Anyway, I'm gonna say real.
That is fake. I made that up.
Man, you chopped cooking show bastard. That does make me laugh because we both love cooking shows, and I'm sure that idea had some kind of genesis with that. Love it.
Speaking of Oreos and Peeps.
Oreos and Peeps. like Peeps?
No.
Thank God. I was about to have to get a new host. Co-host.
Like every year, I'm like, oh, maybe I like Peeps. I take one bite, and I'm
Anybody in the
instantly
chat,
furious.
One person in the chat say, yo, I love Peeps. I think Peeps are the biggest scam. I don't understand how any... Okay.
The only thing that's cool about Peeps is putting them in the microwave.
What happens?
They grow.
We're gonna do that.
They turn like 5 times the size. It's
Okay,
pretty
we're
funny.
going to do that on the next show somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's do a video of us doing that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
What I don't know... Damn it, our computer's messing up here. I don't like Peeps, and I think if you're a company and you know you don't have a good product, what you've got to do is somehow align that product with a holiday.
Yep.
And then people are just forced to buy your garbage because they think it's some kind of tradition.
Whoever makes the chocolates that puts them in the heart,
Yes. They're sold.
they're garbage
So,
chocolate.
I mean, even like Valentine's Day, those cruddy ass like chalky
the hearts.
They're disgusting.
with messages on them.
Every middle school and elementary school day, they're like, "Yo, got you candy," and they drop. Somebody give you a bag of shit. They'd be like this nasty chalky
bro,
heart.
give me some Skittles.
Yeah, straight up. Give me like 8 Skittles over 70 bags of that
Yeah.
shit. I'll be way happier. Peeps and Oreos. I'm gonna say, please God, be fake.
It is real.
Damn it!
They have peep flavored filling for Oreos.
I just 180'd.
You're intrigued by that?
Thought it was gonna be the other way around.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be Oreo flavored Peeps, and I'm like, you can't save a Peep. Now it's hard to mess up an Oreo though, so
You'd give it a shot?
I totally give it a shot. The only thing I'm concerned about is I bite into that Oreo and it's like, it's like gooey and nasty. I don't want it to be that. So if it's not that, I'm cool.
Let's see what we got here.
Derek, I'm gonna give you a. Derek said I wasn't aware that Peeps even had flavor.
Fair enough.
That's
A marshmallowy esque.
Yeah, they're just so gross. It's like I said, they're just I can't even think of the other things, but they're kind of like those like. They're like those tablet. They look like tablets.
Necco wafers?
Yeah, same idea.
Garbage. Just literally, if we made like Pepto-Bismol pills, not actually do anything, there you go.
I mean, they might actually prevent heartburn.
Yeah.
They might.
It might be.
They might literally be the same ingredients. I'm not 100% sure. Candy corn. It's like I will eat like 4 pieces of candy corn, and every bite I'm like, I'm not really sure I like this, and then I'll just keep eating them. So also in the same category.
Yeah. They glammed on to Halloween and
Absolute junk. Absolute junk. All right, go ahead.
Sriracha and Twinkies. Spicy Twinkies.
I'm going to be really upset if this is wrong, but I feel like I actually read about that, so I feel like that might be real. Again, people love putting the hot I feel like spicy people are like the cabbage people or something. Like cabbage is always trying to like throw itself into
cauliflower. Whoever's on that cauliflower.
Whoever's pushing cauliflower, whoever their PR rep is a ingenious dude. He's like, you want it in pizza? We got it in rice. We got cauliflower. Like, dude, I don't
pasta, whatever.
My roommate used to eat cauliflower wings. It's like, dude, they've been jamming cauliflower shit and everything, and I don't like it. Yeah, I'm gonna say real, man. I'm gonna say
that is fake.
Damn it! You just made that up, huh?
Just straight made that up.
What gave you the idea?
I thought of Twinkies, and then I was like, what's a weird thing that would go with Twinkies? And then I was like, spicy Twinkies.
That's what I feel like. Hot sauce people are like, they're just always trying to jam it on
yeah,
something.
like, what could we put it on?
What can we put hot sauce on? When you make something really...
complements other flavors.
When you make something really delicious and people don't jump on it right away, you're like, all right, why can't they give them something to put it on?
Yeah.
That's what they did there. All right, go ahead.
All right.
I wasn't aware.
Oh, this one just made me laugh. Lil Wayne and American Eagle.
Sounds like complete opposite. Lil Wayne's a rapper and a skateboarder, neither of which have anything to do with American Eagle. I hate the brand American Eagle. I know it's real because it's got to be because of the way you said it, but it's really annoying the shit out of me. What happened?
It's real. He's got a whole back-to-school line called Young Money with American Eagle, and they sell fanny packs. Lil Wayne fanny packs.
Man.
I could not put that in there.
You can't even make that up.
I know.
If you'd have started with that dead ass, I'd have said no way.
Yeah.
Okay, I grew up listening to rap. I grew up listening to Lil Wayne, right? He was like this street from Louisiana tough guy. For him to be pumping out American Eagle fanny packs. It's just like money changes people, bro.
Yeah, you couldn't put two further points on a graph.
Right. I mean, it's just that's what happens when you get money, dude. It's like you see sometimes like these athletes, like these really badass, like hardcore athletes, in like a commercial, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I use Snuggies for my laundry," and you're like, "What?" You
Yeah,
know?
Snuggle. It's him and it's like Mike Tyson and the Snuggle Bear. Like,
Right.
you're like,
And they even try with like the Campbell suit. They try and still make them like tough or whatever. Like, this is my mom. And you're like this.
my mom likes soup.
You're like you've been badass eating people for 15 years. All right, go ahead.
All right. I thought. All right. Sour Patch Kids and Crocs. So they had the different colored Sour Patch Crocs.
I was gonna
and
say
they said the Crocs were sour on the outside but sweet on the inside,
they were just
like Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, I don't even like that. They should have just said Crocs, gross on the outside and gross on the inside. I hate Crocs. I hate them. I hate that they're a thing. I actually hate it. I think it looks like a rubber slipper, and it's hideous, and I don't like it. I think there's no fashion sense to it whatsoever. I think it goes right in the line of, like, Ugg boots.
I think Ugg boots actually make way more sense than Crocs.
I would agree with you. 100%. I think they're twice as sensible, but that's still on a graph, and it's like a 2 and a 1,
Yeah.
like a 10, you know. It's got to be real, right?
That's fake,
What?
bro. I even made up the tagline.
Wow, Lamb out here PRing it for you guys, just making shit up as we go. All right, any more?
Yeah.
Give me one more,
One more.
because we got some really good stories I want to get to with these knuckleheads in this chat.
Red Lobster and Mountain Dew.
Did we do something? Did we have? I saw the screen glitched, and all of a sudden our viewers dropped. Did we lose somebody? Did we lose stream there for a second, just real quick? Did anybody see anything? All of a sudden it went from it blinked on my screen, and then all of a sudden I haven't even got a chat since. Just making sure we're still working. Whatever. Something good. Nope.
Okay.
Cool. Making sure.
All right. So Red Lobster and Mountain Dew.
See, and that's one of the first ones you've said that I'm so on board off right off the jump, and I really hope it's real. Do you think Mountain Dew is for rednecks?
I've had Mountain Dew once in my life. I just, it's like, I don't know, just not a thing. Like, we never had it in the house, never really, like, didn't have any friends that drank it or anything, and then it...
I went through my entire life. Like, I like Mountain Dew. I drink Diet Mountain Dew sometimes. I don't drink soda a whole lot anymore, but I do love the Mexican Coke bottles. You know that. But my entire life, I thought, like, Mountain Dew was just Mountain Dew. And then I came out here, I had a few girls tell me, like, straight up, like, Mountain Dew's for rednecks. And I was like, what? And I was like, you won't see people drink Mountain Dew out here. And it's kind of true. I don't really see people drink Mountain Dew. But if you grew up in a certain area, like Squirt out here, like that's a really big thing out here. I mean, you said you like Squirt, but I had never had Squirt really before I moved out here. But I'm going to say real on that one.
It is real.
It is real. Tell me about it.
Apparently, they teamed up, and they're going to serve Mountain Dew in the restaurants, and they're going to have a exclusive Dew-A-Rita.
Whoa.
Mountain Dew margarita, bro.
Oh, now that is a good idea. Mountain Dew is basically a margarita.
Yeah,
anyway.
I know.
Really
Just add some booze and call it a day.
give it a sugar rim or a salt
Yeah, I
rim,
know.
and you're killing it. All right.
So I thought that one was pretty funny,
that
too.
is pretty good. All right, guys. That was...
we got one that we gotta throw up there because this is why I finished with this one.
That's true. Yes, this is actually something we have no proof if this is actually coming or not, but Natty Light tweeted this out the other day. If you guys didn't see this, they said this is crazy at Taco Bell unless it's Natural Light Baja Blast. Natter Days. You said to me that they used to have a drink, and I guess maybe they still do, called Natter Days.
Natter Days is like a new thing they did. It's their version of a shandy, and it's strawberry lemonade with Natty Light in a can, already pre-mixed, ready to go.
I said this to you. I am an absolute sucker. If you put strawberry lemonade on it could be on anything, dude. It could be like
Pasta.
What? Yeah. Straight up, dude. You put strawberry lemonade in it, I'm sold, dude. I'm just immediately excited. I love the flavor of strawberry lemonade in anything. I don't like when they mix those aggressive flavors with beer, because beer to me is something that almost kills any flavor of anything. And it's like, if you're not going to just drink straight beer, I don't think you should ruin it. Now, you said shandy, though.
Yeah.
So maybe, whatever. Natural Light Baja Blast is kind of in that same category. I think Baja Blast is delicious.
All right, so I go to the store. Next time I go to the store, if they have like a single tall can of Natter Day strawberry lemonade, you want me to get it for you?
We're drinking it on the show.
We'll drink it on the show.
Bam, there it is.
All right.
Let's do it, please. Baja Blast Natty Light. Would you drink it?
I'd try it.
I would definitely try it. I have no idea if it
Do
would
you
be...
get the Baja Blast at Taco Bell? I don't think I've ever had one.
Oh, I love Baja Blast. I mean, really, this is not to be like a
Because
pretentious...
it's an exclusive to Taco Bell.
Right. Yeah, I'm not
Like, you can't buy in the store, right?
Nah, it's not to be pretentious. I just don't, like I said, I don't really drink a lot of soda, period. I mean, let's not mistake this. I fucking love soda, dude. Like, I actually love soda. I love Baja Blast. It just is like an actual guilt trip for me, even drinking it, because I know it's just like a sugar popsicle. Just
Next time I go to Taco Bell, I'm getting a Baja Blast. I've never had one in my life.
It's really tasty. It's refreshing. It's way more refreshing than you would think. It's almost like a, I literally have
like
no
Powerade and Mountain Dew mixed together.
That's a beautiful.
I think that's what it is. In my brain, that's what it is. It's blue Powerade and Mountain Dew mixed together.
That's exactly what it tastes like. It's really tasty. It's not as overpowering as you would think. Baja Blast, we got some redneck margarita. That's right. I like that. Baja Blast, love Baja Blast. All right, go ahead. What else we got here? Let's move on here. That's Lamb. I'm gonna give Lamb a little bit of a little applause. He did some wonderful collaborations. Dug in there, and he even got
I haven't had a bunch more.
I
think you would win. KFC and Nathan's hot dog. So it's a fried chicken with a hot dog, fried chicken bun with a hot dog in it.
I know they did fried chicken like tacos and stuff, so I'm gonna say that's real, right?
It's fake, bro. Made that up.
All right, now we gotta get off this. Everything out here is just gonna be lamb shit made up.
Just so you know, everybody copyright all those ideas, and KFC make me a damn hot dog.
Copyright.
I got you on a button. All right, let's move on, guys. We have a new segment that we have been doing because me and Lamb get so wound up over just random news articles that we come across, and we can never decide which ones to give them to you guys. So we think the only real fair way to do it is to grab bag them. So that's what we're gonna do today, man. You know what we need? We need a grab bag button. Do we have a grab bag button yet? No.
Grab bag.
So anticlimactic, but I love it. All right.
What you want? Grab bag.
No, I just want to be like, welcome to Grab Bag. And then, like, it's like, brought to you by Tide.
Welcome to Tide Presents. Grab bag.
Grab Bag. All right. So let's start off here.
I'm not really a Tide man. More of a Gain dude.
I'm more of a whatever the cheapest detergent is, man. I like that. I haven't been able to tell the difference. They all get the stains out. Do you think there's a difference? Probably is.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. Well, Tide is way stronger in my mind.
Way stronger.
Because, like, I notice it, like, if I, like, wash a lot of clothes in Tide and, like, wear it, like, my skin's not happy with it.
Interesting. I do know that we're not going to get down this road. People will literally fall asleep.
I noticed that if I use fabric softener and I put it in at the right time, just before the spin cycle kicks in.
Wow. That is edgy. Let's get into it.
Hey. Break it down for the folks.
All of a sudden, we look up viewers. -4.
We owe viewers somehow to Twitch.
Damn it. All right. First one, Dukes of Hazzard. All right, this is a story I wanted to do anyway. This is one of my favorite stories.
Shocker. This one made the list.
Maybe my favorite story of the week. If you guys have not heard this, and I doubt you did because it's a pretty junky story all by itself, there was a guy in Michigan, and he
did everything you think he did.
He did everything you think he did. He was approaching a drawbridge, and the drawbridge had started to open. Apparently, he stopped for a second, like as if he was going to, obey the law, and then mashed his foot on the accelerator and attempted to make the jump. Now, to his credit, he did make the jump. So he has.
Did it say how far the jump, like how open the bridge was?
I don't know, and I wish. It's like in this world, I can't believe I haven't seen a video of it yet. To be honest with you, like everything.
Like you would think there has to be cameras on that bridge for like accidents and like for everything.
I guarantee. I would hope maybe in the future they release the video. But this guy went full speed, jumped the jump. First off, if I would say this, every movie you've ever seen like this kind of stuff happen, like Gone in 60 Seconds, all these different movies, right? One thing that I do know just from watching it, and I mean just from cars in general, cars don't land smoothly at all, right? Like they're literally not meant to be.
They're not balanced.
They're not balanced. They're not meant to be in the air at all, right? Like they even like you go over like too big of like a pothole. It's like damn, my suspension, my tires, everything's ruined. Like they're not meant to do that. This guy apparently cleared it. When he landed, all 4 tires blew out, and then it obviously because he has no control, he swerved and smashed into the side of the bridge. He was arrested.
I want to be the insurance adjuster on that one. So he did what?
So walk me through your
thought process.
Just one step at a time here. All right, step 1, thought. I got to get to work. I got to make this
late.
Jump. Step 2, hit the gas.
Gun it.
That was it? Okay. Apparently, if you scroll down, I don't know where this actual line is, but my favorite part of the story was they actually interviewed. Oh, there it is right there. He was in a Dodge sedan.
A Sebring.
Right, not even like a badass car,
yeah,
right?
Not his Challenger, like
nothing.
I had my Hellcat.
I had my Corvette. I really wanted to push it. Nothing. Apparently, the guy that was operating the Fort Street Bridge, my favorite quote, they interviewed the guy. He said, I looked over. I said, no, we ain't. That's what drawbridge operator Andre Locke told Detroit's TV. Over he went, blew out all 4 of his tires, and then he crashed into the other gate. I love that somebody came up to this dude with like a recorder and was like, I want to get your side of the story. What happened? I looked over and I was like, no, we ain't. That's what you came up with? That was the best thing you could roll into the article.
Well, since you asked for it, I do have some photo evidence of the jump.
Oh, beautiful. Let me see it. Do you actually have like an actual video of him doing it, a picture of him doing it? Oh, there he is. There you even got the Duke's vehicle.
That's a sedan right there.
All right, so folks, the other best part of this story was apparently when it went out over the walkie, apparently the cops said, we have a Dukes of Hazzard situation. So that actually went over for all cops to hear. I feel like cops are a little bit of a nosy crowd. They kind of like that stuff. Anyway, I feel like it probably ended up being like 40 cops at that scene, making sure that he was okay.
Yeah, what kind of Dukes of Hazzard situation was it? Were they like running moonshine?
So this guy, my favorite story of the week, I just love it. I always wonder if people do it. I always wonder what would happen if you tried it. I also know he would have probably had to done it early. Like early in the drawbridge, right? Because if it's even like
not full up.
I mean, even like a quarter of the way up would almost become impossible.
I don't think you could take that incline.
I don't think you could take it. I think it would have to be almost immediately.
Hey,
I know who that is.
I think we know who that is.
I think we know who that is. Mr. Neil Byers in the house. Let's
go. Let's get him a little.
All right, we got a new follower. Appreciate that, Neil. Welcome to the chat, brother. Welcome to hang out. And if you have anything dumb you want to say, put it in the chat. If you have anything else, just keep it to yourself. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome on in, buddy.
Yeah, we don't like insights here.
or opinions or no, I'm just kidding. All right, let's go on to our next grab bag here. Let's get their next story. That really is a great story, though.
It is.
You've always wanted to do it.
I still do.
Still do want to do it. Honestly,
if I had a Dodge sedan, I probably might.
Paula in the chat. Nice shirt. She's calling out my Seinfeld shirt. Appreciate that, Paula.
She's talking to me, bro.
I can't imagine she was.
I dressed up, Paula.
Yeah, maybe she was talking to you. I'm pretty sure my Seinfeld.
She wants you to upgrade your style.
I don't know. With our lights on, you can barely see that it's a dress shirt for you, but I like it.
It is a tuxedo T-shirt for those that can't. There it is. I gotta pop the
dress up Thursday.
Pop the chest.
Yeah, dress up Thursday. I love it. All right, next story. Oh. I did not see this happening, to be honest with you. Okay. That sounds so trite and fake.
See, Paula was talking to me.
Oh, damn it. Paula! I know she's not telling me. I'm pretty sure she got me this shirt. All right, Paula, you're getting this. You know what? All right. Anyway, I'm going to preface this story by saying we did this story. We actually have a YouTube reaction.
Nice deep dive.
A nice deep dive into the story, so we will not go too deep. If you guys want to check it out on YouTube, Two Dumb Idiots, we do a really nice kind of description of this, but the story is fascinating. If you don't know, Tom Cruise it's been approved. He is going to be in the first movie ever shot in space.
Now,
I'm gonna say that again. First movie ever shot in space.
So if like one of these astronauts just like takes a camcorder up there and just films for an hour and like posts it online, does he like beat him to it?
I don't know. I mean, I would say
like what qualifies as a movie?
Well, I was gonna say either way. You could probably say feature film. Feature film.
Yeah.
You could probably always discount it that way. But okay, so first movie ever shot in space. Budget is $200 million.
Only costs $198 million to take Tom Cruise to space.
Straight up, we looked it up. It cost, I think we said, what, $50,000?
$58 million.
No, $50,000 per pound.
Oh, per pound.
Per pound. Yeah. $50,000. If you want to send something to space, it's $50,000 per pound or $58 million per person is what we were told. Now, they're not just sending him. I can't remember this guy's name. We would have it. Probably is in here somewhere.
Is it Doug?
Doug Lehman. Doug Lehman they're also sending Doug Lehman to space. If you don't know who Doug Lehman is, he is the guy who did...
Can't afford to bring him back, though.
No, it's way too expensive. It's a one-way ticket. Find your way home. Doug Lehman is also going to be sent into space. He was the director who did Edge of Tomorrow. If you haven't seen Edge of Tomorrow, really great movie. So they are sending Tom Cruise's goofy ass to space. He is 58 years old. They haven't even approved an actual script for this movie. That's a true story.
Or a title or anything.
Why don't you tell me how it got approved? That's my favorite part of the story.
What was it? Exuberant Zoom call.
Exuberant Zoom
call. So
you
know Tom Cruise is jumping on every couch in that wherever that Zoom was taking place.
We talked about this. We assume that Tom Cruise probably was behind all of this. He sat to maybe his producer or his agent and said, look, I want to go to space. And they're like, Tom,
Make it happen.
Tom, we can't
Make it happen.
We can't send you.
Make it happen.
All right, Tom, let me call him. Tom wants to go to space, and it's going to be awesome. He's like, all right, fine, we'll send
You'll
his
make $1 bajillion.
Also, we looked this up. Gravity, the movie Gravity, only cost $100 million. So me and Lamb said for an extra, if you just double the budget, you can do the whole movie actually in space, which I thought was pretty impressive.
Versus, you can make fake space for half the price.
I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but going to space, there's got to be a 5% chance that rocket blows up, right?
I don't know if it's 5%, but there's a significantly real possibility
that you just blow up in the movies
they
ever made.
Just literally the Elon Musk rocket, what was it, maybe 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Went up for the first time with human beings.
Right. So it's like,
and people were like, oh no, I hope they don't explode.
Yeah, right. So again, this is a very edgy idea. However, I mean, just the PR alone from this, if you have $200 million for a movie, I understand that's a lot. It's not even near the most ever spent, and it's probably not the most even spent that year, to be honest, on the movie. Next year, next year is when they're going to do it. But I mean, when people start to hear this is the first one in space, people are going to flock to theaters. I know I will. I don't even care if it's a hacky movie.
If this movie is bad, though,
it's going to be. But I just Doug Liman's so good.
I know. I trust him to do. But is this going to turn into one of those Waterworld situations where it's going to be panned as just awful, waste of money, and people are going to be really mad that they sent Tom Cruise to space for
maybe
garbage.
Maybe. We will say this though. We've talked about this a lot. There are a lot of movies that just kind of sneak under your radar. If you have not seen Edge of Tomorrow, and it is a really well done action flick, peppered in with kind of nice moments of levity. Mm-hmm. It's a really beautiful story, and honestly, they could do a second one, and I would immediately. I think it might even. I don't know. Maybe they might be in works for another one. It's a beautiful story.
Yeah, it was one of those movies I watched, not think. I was like, I'll just throw something on just to and then immediately was like, oh, this is not what I thought it was. I should actually rewatch it, and be really invested in it.
Very, very true. The only thing me and Lamb were genuinely concerned about was every movie I've ever seen Tom Cruise in, he's in the full-on hands flat sprint, right? Full sprint, maybe
long shot,
steady,
at least 4 minutes.
Just following him as he sprint. I am 100% convinced Tom Cruise has it written in his contract somewhere that if I'm going to be in a movie, I want people to see how fast I am. And you even said you looked it up and they said he was decently fast, right?
I mean, decently fast.
Decently fast.
But I know there was a thing where he doesn't want people next to him when he runs either.
Oh.
That's actually in his contract.
He's 5'5", right?
Well, but part of it is he doesn't want to have to slow down because people aren't fast enough to keep up with him, supposedly.
His incredible arrogance, right? I'm so fast. I'm so fast.
Well, I think part of it is he wants to, they've used the actual shots, because they can, they know measurements of how big things are, to see his speed, and he is decently fast. So if he had to kind of slowly jog,
but you
in his mind,
yeah,
he's now a less than person than he actually is, because we'll say
Neil, what's up, brother? I just saw he said what's up in the chat. I didn't miss that. What's up, Neil? Man, wait to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Like I said, I love the idea of Tom Cruise being in this movie. I don't know how they're gonna work. And you said maybe they strap him to a treadmill. I don't know. Him running in space sounds like
that's gonna be this opening credit. No music, silence, just him and his feet hitting the ground. 4 minutes.
I don't know. Sounds like an impossible mission to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey-oh. All right, let's move on. If you have, like I said, if you guys want to hear more about it, we did a whole YouTube reaction video to it. Just 2.media. It's on YouTube. You guys can find it.
That entire segment was so Nick could make that one joke.
That's 100% right. Let's move on here. Let's grab this damn cup so I can get in 2 seconds. All right, what else we got here? What's the next story we're going to get you guys with? What time? Oh, we're chilling.
Yeah, we're good. We're doing
good. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is great. Vermont grocery store. No, I'm just going to open it here for you.
So
Vermont grocery store.
Can't get anything ready for
okay, so if you guys have probably even maybe been in a store where this has happened. Recently, there was a guy fired. I only talk about this because I'm really looking for your guys' opinions on it. So I would love if you guys pepper opinions into the chat if you feel one way or the other about it, because I know how I feel about it. There was a guy who worked at a grocery store, a young kid, right? I don't even think it says his age in here somewhere.
Yeah,
I think
he's 19.
19 or something like that, right? Anyway, he's working at a store, and a guy comes into the store. I think he steals a lady's purse.
Yeah.
Correct?
It wasn't even an item from the store.
Wasn't an item from the store. He steals a purse, and this kid chases this guy down in the parking lot, tackles him, retrieves the purse. It was an old lady's purse. It's always an old lady's purse. That might be the most overused criminal phrase of all time.
Yeah.
You stole an old lady's purse. It's like,
Yeah, I know, just this trope from a movie.
Yeah.
And it's always the guy running with the purse over his head for some reason.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just saying, if you're an old lady, you might want to fasten that thing to your waist or something. I don't know.
get a fanny pack.
Yeah, get a fanny pack. So this old lady's purse gets stolen, and homeboy runs him down, tackles him, takes the purse back. Now, the article specifies that he attempted to hold this guy down until cops got there, was unable to do that, but did get the purse back. Next day, they fire this kid from the store. And if you're wondering, well, why? Seems like a great citizen. It's actually not that uncommon. If you're working at a store and they steal something from the store, probably a 99.9% of stores will tell you it is not your job to help at all. They don't want you chasing people into the parking lot. They don't want you apprehending people. They don't want you trying to rip it out of their hands. It is a lawsuit waiting to happen. I worked at Target when I was younger. I was like 16, 17 years old. I worked at Target, and there was an incident where sounds funny. I don't know why I make this in my head. The image is funny. A guy stole a 60-inch TV. Like, that's just funny already because it's like it's not a diamond or something, right? You don't tuck it in your pocket, right? No, he literally had it on a Target cart. He put it like a 60-inch TV, and he just rolled out the door with it. Obviously the alarm goes off. An employee goes out, and I really do think he tackled him again. I think he wrestled with this guy, grabbed the TV. That security guard was also fired from that Target. So that's a real story from my life. So I do know that's a thing. I don't understand, though. Okay, I totally understand if he stole something from the store, he tackled him, and he's an employee there, and now he sues him and says, hey, your employee tackled me and broke my arm. Okay, first off, totally disagree with that originally. But when did it become against the law? Like, he already broke the law, right? Like, right, I mean, see the hazy ground there? He broke the law. I'm trying to right the wrong. But by doing so, I mean, if you're being technical, he breaks the law as well by tackling somebody and assaulting them. So I mean,
because theoretically,
right.
Could be his purse.
Good point, Lamb. Could be his purse. Man bag. European purse. European.
Yeah, European carry-all.
Yeah, carry-all. That's the word I was looking for. European carry-all. Shout out Jerry Seinfeld. Hey, we just came full circle for that, dude. That's beautiful. What's your feelings on it? I feel, do you have an issue with him getting fired, or do you have an issue with the law in general?
I have a problem with the fact they fired him because if he was stopping something that was like say the grocery store, like the guy stole food from the grocery store, then I feel like the grocery store has a little bit of say in, like, you have a company policy, you know the company policy, like, just let him take it.
Right.
But he's stopping, like, a purse, like, that to me is like completely different.
Is there such thing as a Good Samaritan?
Yeah, like, Good Samaritan laws exist. They're real things. Like, if you're CPR certified and you try and help somebody, like, you're covered. Like, as a Good Samaritan, that if you try to render aid, that you can't be held liable. Like, if you try and give somebody CPR and they end up dying.
You hear that, folks? On this show, we don't just bring you fart jokes. We bring you real information.
Yeah. So, like, it was a thing, and you're actually obligated. Like, when I was a lifeguard and we get CPR and first aid certified, you're supposed to be obligated, if you are certified, if you see something, that you go and help. As long as you are what's considered the most, like, experienced person on the scene. So if I get there and there's already an EMT, I don't, like, push the EMT out of the way and be like, no CPR. Like, obviously, they trump you. But if no one's there, you are supposed to render aid as best you can until maybe a police officer or somebody with more training comes, and then you are covered.
That's a really funny visual. Sorry.
Yeah.
You just presented that.
Just kick him out of the...
I got him. Get the hell out of the way, Doc.
CPR card.
Yeah, just start bashing him with your fist. Yeah. Just doing the wrong thing. Yeah. Performing a tracheotomy. It's like, he's having an asthma attack. Oh, sorry.
Got stung by a bee.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Took it a little far. So
so I feel like in those situations, you should be covered by Good Samaritan laws, and therefore you can't get fired for that.
Okay,
the only thing is he's on company time, I guess.
Right.
Real...
Now, if it makes you feel any better, this guy was immediately, after the story went viral, immediately rehired by like a neighboring competitor or something.
I'd put it on the billboard, be like, we got this guy.
Yeah. Now, again, I think they probably fired him for liability purposes or something, but I don't know, it bums me out because it does, like, okay, when you see like the obnoxious new thing in our culture is like when a fight breaks out or something awful breaks out, everybody pulls out their phones and nobody does anything, right? Like that's like the cliche, but it's true. Well, that's the reason. Yeah. Because
if you do something,
you're also in trouble. So it's like, look, like we've got to make it so that people like that are rewarded and not, smacked on the wrist. And like, okay, do you go up to him and say, hey, next time, I don't know if you need, I don't know if you need to punch him 8 times, right? Like you just say, whatever, whatever. Okay, but he went and
even then, like maybe he has to go to like court,
right?
But he don't get fired from his job. Right. Like he goes to court and tells the judge what happens, and he explains, and the judge decides whether he actually acted in a safe way or.
Mm-hmm. And the court says,
like, the job, like, cool.
Yeah, hey, you're a nice guy. You're a piece of shit. We're putting you away. Oh, whatever.
This guy's also a part-time volunteer firefighter, like.
Works at the soup kitchen.
Yeah. Reads to the blind kids at the park.
I'm pretty sure he knits scarves for homeless people. He's a really good guy. Right, yeah. He's like a Cleveland Browns fan.
I know. He's just nothing but worthless causes.
It's just nice, Lamb. Very well done. All right. No, like I said, I have personally experienced the grocery store thing. Like I said, somebody at my job when I was younger actually got fired for it. I was befuddled then, and I'm equally as confused as I am now. I don't understand how somebody doing the right thing could be fired from a job. I understand that maybe he technically did assault a guy.
Again. So maybe he goes to court for that.
Right.
But he doesn't lose his job.
Right. You don't lose your job. You're like, hey, like you want people like that working for you, and we want people like that in society who stand up for themselves. If you smack that kid on the wrist, next time he sees something going on, he might think twice, and that's not what we want. Well, I guess thinking twice might be a good call. But
yeah, maybe like just get the purse back.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's move on.
Come on, big money.
Big money, big money, big money.
Good story.
It just says, Lamb freestyle rap for 10 minutes. No, totally kidding. Well, that would lose all of our viewers immediately. All right, no, man cave.
It's almost like you planned that one. I'm not sure if it actually said it. I just feel like you pulled it and pretended it said this.
They're all blank. I just picked whatever they say.
Yep.
Okay.
So you brought me this
I brought you this. I don't know what that video is. Don't ignore that. You can just scroll.
I just want,
that's the Oriental stock. We didn't roll down.
Storks.
The Storks. Scroll down a little bit. Okay, so this is the story.
I wanted the title in there. That was the only reason.
Does it say location, though? Exact location? I mean, I know it's...
Grand Central Terminal.
Grand Central Terminal. Okay, that's okay. I wanted to get that right. So MTA, which is, you said Motor Transit Authority? Or
Metro
Transit Authority. Under Grand Central Terminal... there had been reports apparently for at least a couple years that some of the employees were quote unquote partying during their shift. 2019, they did an investigation. They interviewed a bunch of people. Obviously, they weren't able to prove anything.
No snitches.
No snitches. And everything went back to hunky-dory. Everything was cool. But now they redid their investigation, and they found out that the MTA people actually had a secret man cave below Grand Central Terminal. Apparently, it was even hidden behind a wall, so it was hiding behind like a cabinet. So they had like a big cabinet placed in front of this thing. That's why nobody ever found it. And if Lamb scrolls down here, you guys will see. I mean, it is everything you would think a man cave would look like, but it was. We did laugh because it has the iron gym right there, like
because the guys got to get a little workout in.
Like they're in there banging out pull-ups or push-ups.
Hey, if I'm on a break, I'll get my sweat on.
Yeah, they got refrigerator in there. They had some nasty futon.
Well, you remember they have to like cart this down.
That's true. How do you? Right, that would probably be the toughest one to get down. I mean, the refrigerator doesn't look like a whole lot of fun. That's a beautiful TV.
Yeah.
So this, they had like a nice TV in there. This is a fold-out
cot chair thing.
Fold-out cot, so somebody can really post up and take some naps. What else?
A lot of supplies of some sort.
Yeah, a lot of supplies there. It is kind of curious. I don't know what that is.
Great. There's a table.
Yeah, just a table, just to
gotta do work.
Yeah,
because we're down here working.
It's completely empty, the table, which I think is
like one pen and a remote.
I bring up the story. They had Lagunitas IPA in there. They're classic. Some Diet cranberry juice,
peanut butter. Classic dude stuff.
I don't keep peanut butter in the fridge, by the way. So,
I know it's weird.
It's weird to me. They got their own Wi-Fi.
Full on running like cables to the Amazon Firebox.
Yeah, they're running TV down there. A blow up mattress. So again,
and then
so these guys instead of working basically every day, they clock in, and it seems to be spending maybe 5 to 6 to 7 hours of their shift hanging out in here, drinking beers. What's up?
Says that they were getting overtime while they were in there too.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, this is like every man's dream. Again, I don't want to be that guy to keep bringing it back to Seinfeld because I know not everybody watches Seinfeld, but it was my first thought. If you've never seen Seinfeld, there is a very famous episode where George, who is habitually trying to get out of work, asks if his
desk. What? I'd forgotten completely about his desk.
Yeah, so he hires a carpenter to come into his desk. And he said, I want to be able to sleep under my desk during my shift, my work, but I don't have any, there's no comfort down there. So the guy comes in, he builds like a little thing so he could have like a drink, a little place for his alarm clock, a little place so he could put his head for the pillow. Obviously, everything backfires, ends up completely costing him his job. But it is...
I don't think it does.
No,
I feel like George Steinbrenner ends up under there with him.
Yeah, that's right. You might be right.
Like there was like bomb scare or something, and they end up hiding under the desk. He's like, "Oh, it's really nice under here, George."
Yeah, George is like the classic example of every male that doesn't
failing upward.
Failing upwards, exactly. But if you've ever worked anywhere that you don't like, you have a spot somewhere in there where it's like, this is where we go to nap. This is where I go to. You actually had the best example because the best example I had was when I worked at Target. One of the bathrooms in there had like a seat. I guess maybe it was like for both sexes in case they had to I don't know, change a baby diaper or something. I really don't know. But it was in the back with the employee room. So I had to be there at 7 a.m. at Target. I was tired. I was 16, 17 years old. 7 a.m. felt like 3 a.m. I would get in there. No customers would even be in the store till like 9:30. I worked in the electronics department. Nobody's rolling in the electronics department for like video games like 9 a.m., right? So I would go back there sometimes and sit on that seat, and I just kind of pass out against the wall for 10, 15 minutes. And then somebody knock on the door like, hey, I'm in the bathroom. I go, oh, sorry, just coming out. My bad,
Turn the sink on.
That's 100% right. Definitely turn the sink on. But you
don't want people thinking you're dirty.
That's right.
Even though you're not actually using the bathroom.
I'm not even taking a piss. Don't worry about it. But the other thing that you brought up, which I've done a million times, is if you work in a restaurant, you're pouring sweat. They purposely the out of house. No, it's not the out of house. The front of house is always a little bit chilled. The back of house, where the grills and everything else, is usually like 95 degrees. I mean, you go back there and you're just pouring sweat. Lamb said one of the classics that every waiter has done and be like, oh, you know what? Let me go grab some butter for you guys. And then you take your lazy ass into the walk-in freezer.
Post up on a jar of pickles, like a 5-gallon bucket of pickles.
Or we had boxes of butter. I would just sit on a box of butter, and you would just put your feet up for 5 minutes in the 30-degree walk-in freezer, man. I mean, it's a beautiful place, man. You see your breath, you're relaxing, your sweat's freezing to your face.
Yeah, if you ever see somebody volunteer to take the trash out that works in a restaurant, they smoke. They smoke cigarettes.
That's for sure.
And they go try and get half a cigarette in as fast as they can.
Yes, that's super true. Neil, if you're still here, I'd like to hear all the places that you sneak off during your job. But no, I just related to this so much. It brought me so many funny memories thinking of this. And it actually makes me sad because I feel like I don't know how long this went on for.
Sounds like years.
But it's like, the phrase is like, every good thing's got to come to an end. This was a great thing for a few guys that hated their job, showed up, they're down there busting jokes, probably watching sports events during work, pounding some beers, and making a paycheck.
Yeah, not fixing the trains they're supposed to, so letting them but that's fine.
I really hope, though, it was like a drug sting. I hope they were in there and they were like Lagunitas 4 deep or something, and then the door kicked open. They just pants around their ankles, Yeah, right. And just everybody arrested. Apparently, my favorite part about it was they interviewed the 3 employees. All said, never been there. Didn't even know it was there.
Huh.
That's so weird. But then they said there was, I don't remember the exact wording.
I want them to be dusting the cans for fingerprints and stuff.
I swear to God, in the article it says there was an unbelievable amount of evidence that they were lying, and the guy doing the investigation said, and their fingerprints were literally over everything in the entire room. That's what they said. Now I don't know if they actually took fingerprints, which sounds way excessive. Yeah, I think they just say it, right? You're like, yo, we have your fingerprints, and you're like, I don't know if they do, but I can't prove otherwise.
I know they would be there. I didn't wipe it down.
Neil said so many places. Yeah, right. Everybody that's ever worked knows the place where you got to sneak off and hide. I love this. I love these guys went to the extent of Ocean's 11 drilling walls or something to build their room. I just love it, man.
I hope they had like a secret knock.
Yeah, I do. I hope they had like a secret knock. I hope that like there was like a book on the shelf. You had to go up and be like, is there any Shakespeare here? That thing would open up.
Yeah, you got to pull like a light that doesn't turn on or something.
I would love it. I can't believe they got TV. That makes me so happy. Like that. Right, if you can just be like in a dark room with a beer, that's kind of cool, right? But like then you got TV and you got your feet up.
Wi-Fi, you're like just like scrolling.
Maybe like their wives are like, "You've been in such a good mood recently." He's like, "Work's been really nice."
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of extra hours at work. It's been really letting me clear a lot of debts and stuff.
My husband works so hard.
He's putting in like 80 hours a week.
He's spending the night there sometimes. I don't understand.
Works at 24 hours straight.
He's a badass. All right, we're moving on. That was one of my favorite stories of the week. Let's give you another one here. We'll give you like what one
more and maybe a petty.
One more and a petty. Hey, it's yours.
All right, that's the one I was kind of hoping. It's the only one that's kind of timely.
I just wanted to see it fall on the TV. Sorry, go ahead.
For those that don't know, we're not really having a full sports ball segment today.
Not enough good stories.
Not enough, yeah. But the Celtics, after Game 2 against Miami, lost, and there was a bit of a scuffle in the an argument, if you will.
A real scuffle.
Yes, very close to blows in the locker room.
They should win this series, and they're losing this series, and they're really upset at each other.
Yeah, everybody's blaming everybody else.
Yeah,
you got to imagine, guys, they're in the bubble together. It's like they don't even get the breaks they normally get from each other. They're probably just like at a breaking point. But they decided, they needed to actually figure this out. They couldn't just have, this hanging over the team.
Yeah.
So they were going to figure it out.
Malcolm says play the sound, but the sound's not really necessary this one. But you got to at least be able to see it, right? Yeah. There we go.
All right. So we got here.
So again, like Alam said, there was all these rumors that they were fighting and they were at each other's throats. And then what? They came out with an announcement that what? They said that
they're going to settle it out at the pool.
Yeah, they said we're going to settle all that fighting we did in the locker room out to the pool.
We'll see if we get the audio here, guys. For you.
If it doesn't, it's not really that important.
Audio here, guys.
Instead,
so they're
yeah, I don't know.
Rest of the career.
Instead, they just went to the pool, and apparently they just had like one wrestling. That's Marcus Smart. That's Ian Cantor.
Those are the two main knuckleheads that were arguing with each other.
So they decided they were gonna. He actually dragged him in the pool.
So actually kind of turns, which is kind of funny.
Okay.
Like he's looking about to trip the leg.
Yeah.
Smart.
Ian Cantor's like 7 foot.
I know. And then Marcus Smart's like, all right, fine.
Oh.
Like, this is what I didn't want to do.
So I think
This is what I didn't want to do. Stop playing with me.
I thought it was really great. When you're in a professional sports team, I'd imagine the press is unrelenting, and the article about them fighting only. I'm sorry, I'm trying that down.
Yeah.
The article about them fighting actually only came out because somebody heard it through the door, right? So it was like that's the kind of like press. That's the kind of invasive press that like they have to deal with on like a daily basis. They were screaming at each other. She came out and said there was like chairs being thrown because she could hear it through the door. They were really annoyed that kind of stuff even got out. So they said, all right, we had to handle this fight. And then everybody thought they were going to actually post a video of the fight, and that's what they posted of them fighting at the pool. We thought that was kind of a nice little fun play for them to say like, hey, we fixed everything. We're back to being cool. If you've ever been in one competitive situation with a friend, which I've been in a million times, you will get testy with a friend. You just will. It
doesn't matter. Like tensions are high.
Yeah.
This is literally their job and their passion usually, and they're not executing the way they want to.
Correct.
So and like I said, this bubble thing has got to be testing them.
Yeah.
Because they're on top of each other constantly. The only people they can socialize with are those team guys. They can't leave, go home. They can't go to their favorite restaurants. They can't do anything. So just all those little things building up. It's like, being in quarantine with your roommates. Like eventually things kind of like
if you're that close together, it's a little bit.
Damn, that's snug.
It's a little snug.
It is a little snug in there.
It's a little snug in the bubble. All right, guys. We have some other stories, but we're gonna save them till next Monday. We have every time we do this grab bag, we always probably try to have like a zillion stories. And we're going to save a couple for next week, but we want to get you guys out of here. We know we got football and basketball and all sorts of stuff coming on. Real quick, though, I do like to end on my segment here. It's just one of my favorite things to do on the show. Petty Story of the Week. I like to get petty, so we are going to get petty here.
Get petty.
Okay. First off, so this is a little fun little story. Again, as always, all these stories are true, but they do make me laugh. So this is a slight... I don't want to say beef, but there's a little bit of tension between these two neighbors. And they said that the one neighbor said, our neighbor consistently likes to have garden parties. Before I go on, what is a garden party?
Well,
Is anybody in chat, has anybody ever been to a place and they're like, oh, we're going to Tom's house. He's having a garden party.
it's got to be some Southern thing.
Is it, I would say,
Like
you said Southern, I said British.
British too, yeah.
Or
but like
just rich.
Yeah,
Or like
rich.
a highbrow thing, right?
highfalutin thing.
Highfalutin. I've never even heard the term garden party. God, I hope somebody in the chat's heard the
So
term.
I hope it's like a party where they all bring like vegetables that they've grown in their own gardens, and then they like have a feast.
Maybe everybody comes over your house and plants something, dude.
Oh, like a barn raising, like
Yeah.
for like
And then
Amish
every
people,
ti-
but it's like a garden.
Yo.
Everybody brings seeds.
Everybody brings seeds. I have a little spot in my garden. Everybody comes over. Everybody plants something. And then I have an excuse to bring you guys back over every couple weeks.
Little-
you
little
get to,
harvest.
You get to check on your plants. You get to see how they're doing. You can water them. I'll take care of them in the meantime. But it gives people an excuse to come back. Hey, your tomato plant's killing it, bro. Hey,
Yours is way better than
your
Janet's.
squash plant, I ripped it out of the ground, threw it over the fence. Sorry,
Yeah.
dude. It's not here anymore.
Apparently, you said it was squash, but it's actually weed. It's unacceptable.
You basically lied to everybody. And we didn't throw it away. We smoked all of it. Sorry.
yeah, we threw it away.
You lied to us, so we smoked it. No.
That'll teach you.
That'll teach you, you bastard, man. So I never heard of a garden party, but anyway, they said their neighbor likes to have a garden party all the time. They said they like to do it on the weekends, and they said, I don't want to be a party pooper. If they have a party, that's problem. That's no problem. But they said often they have a lot of people, and it gets really loud. My favorite quote was, rather than have civilized discussions, they like to shout over each other, and generally whoever shouts the loudest gets to talk for a while. If you've ever been to a Regano function, that's exactly what it sounds like. Whoever can shout the loudest. Big garden party fan. Mal, big garden party fan, huh? When's the last time you went to a garden party? I've known you for 20 years. I've never seen you at a garden party.
Down in OC.
Oh,
Lot
that's
of
right
garden
down there in Orange County. Now you're going to garden parties.
Lot of garden parties
A lot
down
of
there.
garden parties. All right, Orange County bastards. So anyway, I just love that phrase. Generally, who shouts the loudest gets to talk for a while.
I've been in a lot of Zoom meetings like that too.
Hello, I'm talking.
Like it's Zoom, yeah. Like all right, I guess I'll just wait.
If you have some, look, here's what I'm saying. If you have a funny story, you get to you. It doesn't. You don't just have to say something, right? You don't have to just say something just to say something. Anyway, so the neighbor said it's gotten a little out of control. She said it's pretty much every weekend they're screaming. She's asked them multiple times if look, I don't care if you have parties, yada yada, but at a certain hour, can you just start to bring it down? But they don't. So she said her only option is to try and show them how annoying it is. So she said it's gotten to the point where she can't even watch TV. She said, I can't even hear my own TV. So she said, I wait until they serve up food and everyone's plated, and then I crank up the lawnmower, and that's when I decide to cut my grass. She said it could be 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. I don't care. That's when I've decided I'm going to cut my grass. She said it completely drowns them out so much that she said normally about 20 minutes after cutting the grass, they all go inside. She said a lot of times she will stop cutting the grass, go inside, because she thinks she's handled it, and they will come back outside. She said, that's when I decide it's time to trim the hedges.
I would hope a leaf blower would be like get going. Like,
Yeah. She said, and quite literally, she says, I know, petty as hell, but it does make me feel better. And it does make me laugh, because it's like, if you're going to go over and yell at her about trimming the hedges, then you're kind of going to put your foot in her mouth.
yeah,
But
you're like you're making too much noise.
I would say this,
So
though.
are you.
So are you. I will say this, though. I have been the person that makes a lot of noise. I have been yelled at many times for making too much noise. I get it. I only ask, if you're the curmudgeon, if you're the cantankerous old lady, if you're the cantankerous old man, if you go up to somebody politely one time, I think you got to try once to be polite. Because there are people out there like me who will tone it down. You come over and be like, hey, look, man, you're my neighbor. I used to party. I used to get wild, too. It's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Can you and your buddies just bring it down like 8 registers, I'll be like, hey, man, I'm really freaking sorry. Like, we'll fix it. And I'll go in. I'll shut the door. I'm like, yo, guys, the neighbor's sleeping. Let's bring it down a notch. After that, if we're still, like, like out here just like, yeah, we're just carrying on. All right, fine. You can come over and really bitch at me. But if you come over the first time and start screaming, now I feel like, I don't know. Now I feel like you never had a fun childhood and you don't understand. I don't know.
It also depends like what time it is. A lot of factors, and how many of these are happening.
Yeah.
Like if this is every weekend,
Yeah.
All right. Like,
Yeah, right.
you don't need to have a party at your house every weekend.
Not necessary.
That's ridiculous.
Not necessary. Anyway, guys, we had some new followers today. We had some new people in here. We had lots of fun stuff from the chat, so I appreciate that, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stories we brought you guys. If you have a favorite, if something you'd like to hear a little bit more of, let us know. Again, I always say this. If you guys have a petty story, if you guys have a interesting news story that was really, missed, well overlooked, please send it our way.
If you have something you think I could trick Nick with and real or fake, as I always do.
We will take that as well. If you guys see something like, oh my God, this would be really fun for them to do real or fake, we're always open to ideas. We love our viewers. We love the fact that you guys sit through an hour of us yabbering. Everybody's been really supportive, so thank you so much, guys, for that. We will be back Monday at 4 p.m., 7 Eastern, as we do.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your grandmothers. We keep
Help them figure out Twitch.
We keep it mostly PG-13. We don't curse a whole lot. And if you've never done it before, and you'd like to subscribe, it's a button right there on the right next to follow. It says subscribe. Jared, I got you. Jared, if you have an old grandmother that's cantankerous or a grandfather that's cantankerous. All right, we're out. Anyway, I'm Nick.
I'm Kevin.
We are the two dumb idiots. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. We'll be back next Monday. Love you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called dumb once or twice in my life.
See you Monday, Derek. Neil, thanks for tuning in, brother.
Hey.
Yanbra, 98, welcome in.
Hey, Brian. Greetings from Colombia, Brian. We're about to end the perfect timing.
Brand, we'll be back Monday, brother. Thank you so much. We will be here for you. All right. Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and definitely check out our podcast wherever podcasts are podcasting.